it's your girl, Sharice Taylor, and you are inside Studio C. I want to very briefly talk to you about being aware. Being being aware of your surroundings, being aware of the people you are connecting with, hanging with, talking with, thinking about. Not just the people you're thinking about, but the things you're thinking about. The television shows that you're watching, the magazines and books that you're reading. And I know that I have spoken on this in the past, but you know what brought this back to mind and why I am bringing it up yet again is because I was on my way back from lunch last week, and I was here in Missouri on Highway 40, and I saw this police officer tucked ever so snugly under a bush, surrounded by thicket. And had the Spirit not given me unction to look over there, I would not have seen boyfriend with his police car hiding in the thicket. And I said, ooh, he's gonna get somebody right there. He's gonna get somebody, because they're not gonna be expecting him. They're not gonna be looking. Now, mind you, you shouldn't be speeding down the highway anyway, but I said right there in that spot wasn't a typical spot like on the shoulder. He was really in some bush with his little, speed out, whatever that is. I'm gonna get you gun, I call it. He was sitting right there, and I said, oh, he's gonna get somebody. That old snake in the grass. That's what I said. Now, mind you, no disrespect to our police officers. Thank you, and God bless you and your families for the sacrifice you make to serve and protect. But I did. That's what I said. I said, "Woo, that snake in the grass. He's going to get somebody," because they're not going to be prepared. They're not going to be expecting. They're not going to be thinking that he's right there. But then I started to think about the snake in the grass in my life and in yours, the enemy. And we'd just be sailing along like I was in my car that day, and happy and singing a song and just going along, and then, whoo, the enemy with his fangs, he just slither and slide into our lives, and he kind of just sneaks and creeps. And that's how he goes. If we are not aware, and if we are not aligned with the will and the word of God, he can come in and get us. So as soon as he sees, as I heard Pastor say yesterday, as soon as he sees an opening, boom, he's cutting right in there. So we have to always be aware, because he's waiting. He's waiting. He's waiting. You like my little snake? He's waiting to come in and get you. And he's always got his fangs and his mouth open, ready to chomp at you, ready to slow down your route, slow down your path, slow you down on the way to your blessing. And so we can't have that. As Sweet Brown said, ain't nobody got time for that. So we have to be aware of the enemy. And let me tell you something else that's just stirring in my heart, and I have to say it. There are people who are smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place, the backstabbers, as the OJs so eloquently put it back in the 70s. But you do have that. And people, I've been talking this week on my social media platforms about haterade, about hate, about just people spewing hate. And what instigated that I was actually on Instagram and I was reading a post from Oprah Winfrey. It was a lovely picture, lovely post, and I just every once in a while I'll look through a celebrity's comments, and there were some horrible comments, hateful comments. Oh, Oprah, you look horrible. Oh, Oprah, you got fat again. Oh, Oprah, you're this, you're that. And I've seen that in the past on YouTube, especially people will say things. I remember a few years back when Whitney Houston, rest her soul, was doing her comeback tour and in Europe, and vocally she wasn't as strong. She wasn't there. And someone just, I said, what is the purpose of this being posted? What is the purpose of this? I said, I am so glad that in my darkest moments, in the times where I faltered, didn't quite measure up, didn't bring it 100%, that where I slipped and I fell, or what it made mistakes. I'm so glad that those moments are not on YouTube for people to rewind and play over and over again, and just so they can stick it to me. And see, here's where you messed up. Here's where you missed a note. Here's where you made a mistake. And just playing it over and over again. Now, I did come back a week later, and that particular video was gone. But we do that. We just, what is the purpose? And I was reading these very hateful comments towards Oprah about her weight, about her looks, about her show, about her movies. And I'm thinking to myself, number one, do you all not have anything more productive to do with your energy and your time, with the talents, gifts, and resources that I'm sure you have, than to sit on Oprah's Instagram and hate on her like this? And do you not understand that what you sow, you will reap? Do you not get that? That's just, whether you're a Christian or not, that is how the earth works. That is how the world works. It is the truth. What you sow, you reap. That's how it works. So you're sitting here and you're sowing this hatred and venom. And, number one, Oprah, I'm sure, is not sitting with her cell phone checking her Instagram comments. So that's number one. But number two, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Let's be sure that we're spending our energy and our time putting out positivity, supporting people. If you're not into somebody, don't be into somebody. But don't sit and hate and stew and be in that, create that energy and that funk around your life. You don't want to do that. But getting back to people smiling in your face all the time that want to take your place, the backstabbers, they exist, you all. They exist. Now you have to persist beyond them. But sometimes you will have people who, you can call them frenemies, you can call them backstabbers, you can call them whatever. You have to declare and decide that you're going to move forward despite that. So this message turned out to be twofold, about not being aware and the snakes getting you. And it's not about getting pulled over by the police. It's about it's about awareness, and it's about leaving your home and equipping yourself with the full armor of God each and every day, in every way that you can, in your body, in your mind, your spirit, and soul, being equipped, because hardship will come and the enemy will come and he'll try to bite and put his venom through people, through circumstances, and slow you down and suck out your life, suck out your faith, deter your faith, slow down your faith, make you doubt your faith. And you cannot let that happen. And the other thing is about just let's sow peace and let's sow love. We all exist in this earth together, but we're not all meant to have close, intimate relationships with each other as friends, as colleagues, as co-workers, as neighbors. We're not all meant, but we need to respect each other and wish each other well, because that's, we want to sow that so that we can get that back, and it's pleasing unto the Lord, number one. So I just wanted to tell you to be careful about that snake in the grass. Be careful of that today and be encouraged, and remember, until next time, the best is yet to come. I'll see you later. Bye bye.